Hi guys, and welcome to the podcast. This podcast is about trading, and more precisely, how to use currency pairs correlation in Forex trading. If you're here, so you're probably one of them. Many people like dynamics and the complexity of the Forex, also known as the currency or foreign exchange market. Well, you're not alone. However, if you want to succeed and thrive in this hectic environment and eventually make a profit, you need to know the intricacies of it. In this podcast, you will find out more about currency correlations and how to use them in your advantage. The main thing one needs to come to terms with is the fact that currencies are traded in pairs, therefore they depend on each other. These are also known as correlations. These correlations have certain patterns and one should spend time to study them in detail. Then you can start building your portfolio. For instance, you trade the GBP-JPY pair. In this particular example, you have to know that you actually trade with two pairs of currencies, USD and JPY and GBP and USD. However, often the links between the two currencies are not as obvious as in the example. There might be other factors and things to consider before using the pair. Now, let's define what is a currency coefficient. Simply said, currency correlation shows how much two currency pairs correlate, positively or negatively. Use a currency coefficient to express the degree of correlation. Below, you can see a correlation table. The coefficient varies from +1 to -1. The closer it is to +1, the more positive the correlation. This means that these two currency pairs change in the same direction. The closer the coefficient to -1, the more negative the correlation. The pairs always move in opposite directions. Zero coefficient shows that there is no certain pattern in which the currency pairs react. They can either move in the same or different directions. Now you are probably wondering, how can we calculate that currency correlation? Currencies can be affected by a variety of factors: central bank policies, the global economy, local political and social issues, etc. Below you can find a table which shows the correlation between currencies for an hour, a day, a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. Let's take the first currency pair, AUD and JPY, to discuss the example. The numbers you can see on the table are actually the currency coefficient. In our case, we take the exchange rate of the AUD-JPY and compare it to one of the other currency pairs, which is EUR-USD for different periods. 1 hour, 1 week, etc. In the table above, you will have noticed that the figures are in two colors, blue and red. This particular example shows the positive correlation in red, which means that the prices go in the same direction. The ones in blue indicated the presence of a negative correlation, meaning that the exchange rates of the two currency pairs move in opposite directions. Now the interpretation of the results. Let's try to understand these figures and what they mean. If the result is between 0 and 0.2, the correlation between the pairs is insignificant. Therefore, the exchange rates move randomly. 0.2 to 0.4, the correlation is not that small, but it's not that strong either. 0.4 to 0.7, there is an average correlation. 0.7 to 0.9 shows that there is a strong correlation between the pairs. 0.9 to 1 indicates that the two pairs correlate very strongly. Now, changes in correlations. One of the main characteristics of the Forex market is that it is highly volatile. This consequently means that currency correlations might change over time. For instance, the correlation between a pair is positive for weeks and even months. However, this does not mean that the next year the correlation will remain the same. Unfortunately, often investors do not anticipate the changes in these correlations, and it's not easy to predict such occurrences. Let's take a look at the example table. As we can see in the table, we have a different currency pair compared to the USD-JPY. As it is apparent, the correlations in the table vary so much that sometimes they move in the opposite directions. This table shows that in 1 year, the correlation between two currency pairs changes significantly. It also shows that great changes might occur only in a week or two. For instance, look at the first column and see how the correlation is changed. In the first month, we have a strong positive correlation. In the third month, however, the correlation is strong but negative. If you observe the second column, the USD and CHF pair, we will notice that in the first week there was almost no correlation between the two pairs, just 0.25. With time, the correlation increased, and in the 6-month period it reached 0.84, indicating a very strong correlation. Let's take a look and analyze another table. Now we have the EUR-USD currency pair compared to others. The first column in blue shows that only within a month the currency coefficient can change by more than a point. During the first week, we can observe a strong correlation of 0.85. However, for the 1 month, this correlation dropped dramatically to negative 0.27. Then for the 3-month framework, it rose again to 0.42, and for the rest of the year, 9 months following, it stood at and surpassed 0.8. Now, why do we think those currency correlations change? As clearly shown in the previous paragraph, currency correlations do change dramatically, and there are quite a few reasons for that. The main one is the different interest rates that central banks set. In addition, a country's financial matters and policies strongly affect a currency. We shouldn't forget all political and social tremors that also affect currencies, and therefore their correlation. Now, what is currency exposure? If you're listening to this podcast, you probably have become or want to become in the future a Forex trader. To do so, you need to understand the basics of the Forex and the main factors driving it. All Forex traders have to deal with the so-called currency exposure if they want to make a profit and eventually avoid serious losses. Since currencies are exposed to many factors that affect their exchange rates, there is a serious risk stemming from currency exposure. Up to now, we learned that the mechanism of currency correlations was clearly and easily explained. Now that you know what it is, how it functions, and what factors affect it, you can actually use it to your advantage and manage risk and move forward for the next steps. The most important rules of currency correlations trading. The first thing to remember is to avoid opposite currency pairs. As a basic rule, avoid trading currency pairs that contradict with each other. For instance, the USD-CHF and EUR-USD pairs. If we look at the previous examples, we can see that these pairs pretty much all the time go in opposite directions. In practice, this means that you won't make a profit trading these pairs. In contrast, when we looked at the EUR-USD and AUD-USD or NZD-USD for an extended period of time, you can use them due to the fact that they are strongly correlated. Another thing to keep in mind is the spread and diversification. You can use currency correlation to hedge and manage risks of buying too many positions of the same currency pair and suffer possible negative consequences. As you already know, the EUR-USD and AUD-USD currency pairs have a strong positive correlation, and you can use them to spread the risk. For example, you're waiting for a European Central Bank meeting that will affect the price of the EUR-USD pair. Instead of buying 100 EUR-USD positions, you can do the following. Buy some EUR-USD and also AUD-USD. Why? Remember that they are positively correlated. This is how you diversify your opinions and mitigate potential losses. The last thing I want to suggest to you is to use pips. To begin with, a pip is a small price movement in a currency pair. To show you how to use them, let's take one example. The EUR-USD and USD-CHF currency pairs. Their correlation is strong but negative. However, the pip move for 100,000 units of both pairs is very similar, $9 to $10. Therefore, you can use USD to CHF to manage the currency exposure of the EUR-USD pair.